able to get $30,000 in payouts in a single month with Apex. And he enjoys connecting with his clients and bringing their ideas to life. Here to present NinjaTrader to the next level, tools for success, is Mr. Joel Wyse of Affordable Indicators. Welcome back to Traders Corner, Joel.
All right. Excellent. Excited to be here. Thank you so much for the introduction. I hope everyone's doing great today. Yeah, let's get into it. All right. So, man, I'm excited to be back, and we got a great crowd today. The weather's beautiful in Atlanta. I'm here in my office, ready to go, excited for what I have to show you guys today. I think there's lots of value here, and just even some recent developments and the software that I'm developing. So I'm gonna move into some slides here so you can just see a little bit about my company. This is where I work. This is my office in Swanee, Georgia. It's where I'm presenting from today, right here at this desk. I'm presenting to you guys. This is one of the things that I've been really leaning into as a discipline right here, is the sauna and the cold plunge. So I don't know if anyone here in this room has leaned in on either one of these disciplines, but I believe it can help tremendously with mindset when it comes to trading, right? Because when you get into the cold plunge, my brain thinks I'm gonna die. But when I get out, I realize, hey, I didn't die, right? I'm alive. Same thing when I get into a trade, right? I'm nervous, but I'm learning to control my mind and understand that no matter how this trade turns out, I'm gonna be okay. So just a couple of disciplines that I want to share with you guys, and a little bit of my life here and some pictures. But as we continue, if you guys aren't familiar with me, here's my payouts. I'm going to chat just about this real briefly, but I just want you guys to know everything that you see in this presentation, I developed the software. I'm the programmer. I'm also actively trading, managing the software company here, from the idea of answering your questions, whether it's before you purchase or even after you purchase, customer support. And so I love interacting with and meeting my customers and supporting your dreams and goals in futures trading. And so that being said, I'm so thankful for Traders Corner and the hype around my $30,000 in payouts. So just full transparency, you can see the bank statement right here. I have not traded since February, and that's because, you know, I want to be really great. I want to be excellent. And there were some holes in the software side of things, and I'm just trying to button up in my products, in my YouTube publishing, building a team so that I can actually serve you guys better. I mean, time, it's just crazy. I don't have much spare time, and so I took a break. But I'm going to be back, and I'm going to show you guys today, as far as the day trading goes, right? I'm working every day on the software side, but in the day trading, I'm going to be back, and my goal is to get that big $40,000 payout. So you guys know what this means. It's 20 accounts, $2,000 each, and I believe it's totally possible. And today, at the end of this presentation, I'm going to show you exactly how I'm planning to do this. So stay tuned for that. And again, I'm watching the questions, you guys. So if anything comes up, if you've got a comment, even like a, man, that's great, love it, Joel, or you have a question, just put it in the chat or ask the question so that I can see it and respond to you guys. This is a little bit of a high level view of my trading plan. I believe a trading plan is to keep you within the boundaries of risk, right? And so for my trading plan, you guys could take these 6 points and implement something similar. First of all, your trading hours. When are you going to be allowed to trade, right? If you're trading all day, it's probably not going to be good for you, right? But if you set an hour or two where you just really focus on the trading, I think you're going to have a lot better chances of success. And for me, what this means is maybe even tightening this window down to 1 hour and 90 minutes. Right now, I have it at 2 hours, but that allows me to then focus on the day trading, to also continue building the software, right? Because as I said earlier, I'm doing it all, right? I'm writing the code. There's a lot that goes on here at my company. So talk about how many trades we're going to take. You know, how many of you are in 20, 30, 40, 50 trades a day? At the end of the day, your break even or down, right? It's probably too many trades. So by setting the number of trades, now I'm forcing myself to be careful and picky about how many trades I'm taking, right? So I have to watch for a good trade rather than just like getting in trade after trade after trade, okay? Markets allowed. What markets am I allowed to trade? Look, I'm going to become an expert in 1 or 2 markets. That's what I believe is the path to success. And then, of course, the biggest issue that so many people have, number 4 here, is how many contracts? Okay, you guys know how this goes, right? We get in so many contracts. We start scaling in. We say, man, if I just take a 2-lot trade here, I can get back a couple of losses. And then all of a sudden, we find ourselves, you know, after such good progress with being disciplined, we've just given back days, weeks, even a month of gains. I've done it, right? So, and then we talk about, and then lastly, I just say language and mindset. I think a couple of things that really have value in your trading plan, right? Like, how are you going to think about trading? Okay. I recommend like trading in the zone, or I think there's a new one called The Best Loser, I believe is a new book in trading, just talks about mindset and really making that a priority, and language too. Okay. So just a little bit off the top, some ideas here. I'm going to ask you guys some questions, and then after that, we're going to get directly into some charts and look at my software products that I've built for the NinjaTrader platform. And I see a question here. The trading accounts get paid $2,000 weekly is through a prop firm. A lot of these prop firms have this. I use Apex Trader Funding. So I would love for you to reach out to me after this event. On my website, bottom right corner, there's a chat button, and I can give you a link and help you understand more about Apex. All right, Zoe, thanks for asking, man. So let's take a look here at some questions. I want to ask you guys, have you missed a trade entry because price is moving too quickly to get the order placed, right? Especially recently, we've had more volatile markets. The answer is yes, I think, for all of us. Do you struggle with trade exit decisions, such as following your plan for target and stop loss orders? I think the answer is yes, right? Following a plan, sticking to the plan. Would your trading results improve with the predetermined areas where market reversals can be expected? And much like Buy Side Global showed us in the last presentation, right? Having support and resistance is important, right? Knowing where we can do business with the market and expect a higher probability of market reversal. You're welcome, Zoe. And so I have support and resistance indicators I'll show you today. And do your trading tools make day trading easier or more difficult? And it's like, duh, right? I want my tools to make day trading easier. But I see so many charts of my clients. I look at these charts and I see indicator on indicator on indicator, like literally so much stuff that I can't even see the bars anymore. I can't even see the price bars. This is ridiculous, right? We need to simplify our charts, and we need to get tools that are going to help with order execution, entry and exit. And so that's what I have for you today with some of the stuff that I've created. All right. So I'm proposing to you guys, it's time to start trading futures with excellence. Excellence, right? No more silly mistakes. And I'm going to showcase my most popular NinjaTrader add-ons for trading futures with excellence. So in the next 30 minutes, there's going to be 3 main topics we're going to cover. I'm going to start with chart execution features for all trading plans. I believe I have something for everybody based on your trading plan that's going to help you execute in a chart window, both entry and exit, the whole process beginning to end. I'm going to show you my trade copier. You guys know, if you trade with prop firms, the importance of a trade copier, being able to reliably copy trades across multiple accounts and manage your risk across multiple accounts. And then lastly is going to be some support and resistance trading analysis, where I'm going to show you some trade setups that I'm planning to use, again, when I get back into trading. I'm going to show you my accounts today. You're going to see my Apex accounts. So let's get started with the enhanced chart trader. Guys, this is a suite of execution tools for both entries and exits, and it's going to allow you to build the perfect chart trader configuration based on your trading plan and your needs. So before we get to the charts, I like to view this as a dartboard. Ready, aim, fire. So how does that correlate into day trading? When we're getting ready, we're identifying the trade. Then we aim, okay? We're determining where's our entry gonna be, where we're gonna put our stop, where we're gonna put our target. And then as we fire, we place the order, and then we manage the trade until we're either, until we close the trade or we hit a profit target or a stop loss. So I'll show you my chart trader. We're gonna start with the basic chart trader tools. And it's right here, you guys. So on the right is my chart with some indicators, which I will cover. I'm gonna show you guys the support and resistance indicator, along with, I'm gonna explain exactly what these moving averages are. I'm gonna explain what this is, this green line. I'm gonna go over all that. But first, I'm gonna show you the chart trader and some of the features. So on the left is the standard chart trader that comes with Ninja. If you guys are tracking, if you got any questions, again, I'm watching for that, okay? On the right side is my chart trader. So we'll just compare. I've got click entry buttons here. So if I want to place an order, I'll just buy click, and then I'll click in the chart. You guys with me on that? Very straightforward, but compared to Ninja, where I'm right clicking and then I'm having to select in the menu, right? So again, we talked about earlier, what did we talk about? Eliminating our mistakes. Which one's simpler, right? Buy and sell click. If I want to sell, I just hit sell and then I just select my price. Cool. You got limit entry buttons. Again, ask, bid. You can select, you can change the offsets. You can change whether these buttons are at the ask or the bid, but these are going to place limit orders. Ninja's got the same thing, but you're locked in. These can't be customized. On my chart trader, you can set up the exact same buttons or have offsets to go with them. Let's look at the exit order display. So in Ninja, when you're showing your trades, if I can even pull it up. All right, where's the trades? Sim 101. We didn't get into a trade yet, did we? All right, so let's get into a trade. And I didn't have an ATM selected. There's actually a feature for that to make sure you always have an ATM selected. All right, so let's take a look at the exit orders. So as I got long here, I can see how much profit I'm expecting in dollars. Again, Ninja is just plain. There's not a whole lot to this, okay? Over here, I can move the order just like I can in Ninja. All right, but you guys can see how the exit orders display has been improved. All right, so now I have an $85 profit target, $330 stop. I can always see at all times my expected profit and loss on these orders. So let's close that. Let's take a look at what we see over here. Okay, can't even read the text. Over here on mine, we can see a clear vision, and a lot of times you don't get into trades this quickly, right? So yeah, these do overlap, but you can see how many contracts, how much profit or loss was in the trade, okay? Very clearly right here, you can see your statistics for each trade. I should have stayed in that long, huh? Look at that, popping up to a new high. Of course, it's only sim. I'm not gonna trade my Apex accounts in this presentation, but yeah. And now it's wicking down, okay. But then over here, you see your trade executions and you can't even tell what happened, right? Look at all this text. It's a mess. It's pretty worthless. Whereas over here, I can tell exactly what happened with this trade. I was long one contract and I lost $65. Cool. Attached to indicator. So when we hit buy click, we can hover our mouse over the plots. So let's look at this. On this chart, I have a 20 EMA. I have a 50 EMA. I have a 5-minute 20 EMA. If you guys want to write this down and set up this chart later, I have a 5-minute 50 EMA. So on this 1-minute chart, I've got the 20, the 50, and then I've also got the 20 and 50 from the 5-minute for an overall trend. This here is another moving average, just labeled as MA. It should say what it is, but I believe it's a 200 EMA. And then where's my VWAP? It's going to be way below the market, I bet. Sure enough, right there it is. This is the order flow VWAP, which we'll look at later in the presentation. So if I click on this plot, what happens? it places the order, the plots, and the order is immediately attached. So now this order is going to trail up with the 20 EMA until it is filled. Okay, with Ninja, you have to right click here, attached indicator, properties, go in, select the plot. Here it's literally 2 clicks. Click the button, click on the plot. Okay, so just comparable. Bar counters down here, basic, but it's just included, right? So you always have a counter, countdown timer right here in the bottom right corner. Depending on whatever chart you're using, it's going to adjust. So it could be minutes, it could be counting down ticks, it could be counting down volume, or even range ticks remaining. Okay. Profit and loss display. Okay, well, mini micro, this is brand new. So I can actually trade on this chart, either a mini or a micro, just by clicking up here in the top right corner. So if I want to trade micros on this mini chart, you can do that. You can also see your profit with commissions, see here, without commissions, with commissions, or you can hide it. I can show profit for all instruments or just the instrument in the chart window as well. So and then you got a break even button, which I haven't even mentioned. Okay, so break even +2, +3, I can scroll my mouse wheel and change the offset, but quickly move. So let's just do that. We'll do break even -12. I'll just go long and let's take a look. If I hit the break even button, immediately the stop loss is moved up. Okay, so that's a quick overview of this basic chart trader tools. I think the value is incredible from my perspective with what you get for kind of improving your ability to manage your trades. All right, we'll jump into a little bit more advanced chart trader stuff here. And then I'm going to show you some trade setups. We're going to scroll through and look at some trade setups from today and kind of like talk about how I'm going to manage my risk. I'll show you some Apex accounts. So essential chart trader tools. This is a step up. What are you getting here? Let's look at this. I'm going to show you guys this in the PowerPoint real quick just so we can see this. All right. So the essential chart trader tools are going to include more features than what I just showed. The ATM strategy planning, which I will show in a moment. The quick select buttons to change your ATM strategy. One-click order placement, position sizing, and risk reward features. All right. So what is ATM strategy planning? You're going to be able to confirm your stop loss and target orders on pending trade entry orders and adjust your stop loss and target orders before the trade entry is placed and filled. Pretty cool. I'll show you guys that in a moment. Position sizing, adjust your trade quantity based on the stop loss size. And configure this in dollars or percent of accounts. It's going to be linked to your ATM strategy and integrated with, like I said, the ATM strategy planning. All right, so let's take a look at this real quick. So if I'm planning a trade, right, and I want to buy the pullback, let's say that I want to buy the pullback and I removed indicators from this window because that's not the point. I'm not looking at actual entries. We'll do that a little bit later. But if I want to do this, here's my quick select buttons, right? So I have a 10-point stop, 15-point. Now look how it pops up on the chart, right? Check that out. 10, 15 points. There's your 20 points. There's your 25. So I quickly am changing without using this drop down. I'm quickly changing ATMs. So let's take a look here. If I want to buy a limit, let's say usually for me a good trade is to buy the pullback when it retests a previous high. So let's say I place this order. Now I can plan out my trade. So check this out. If I want to target this high, I move this up. Now I plan for a 27-point target. If I want to stop below this low, I can plan for that. All right. Let's say I want to use a tight stop. I don't want to let it go more than 10 points. This is what's cool is I can move this up, and obviously it's hard to click exactly 10 points. So you zoom in a little bit to get it right where you want it to be at 10 points. All right. Now I can see my risk reward, 2.7. So I've got a 2.7 R. That's easy, 10 versus 27. But as I change it, look how the risk reward changes. So we're seeing our risk reward in real time as we move this. Okay. This is the ATM strategy planning. literally you're able to see, if I hover over here, it'll pop up again. You're able to see your profit target and your stop loss before you get in a trade and make a plan. Cool. And I'm going to show you guys position sizing with this. Okay, so let's say that I want to do position sizing. I would turn size on. Now I'm planning to risk $200 per trade on micros. So as I change this, watch what happens. 10 lots with a 15-point stop, we would have 6 lots. 20-point stop, we would have 5 lots, 5 contracts. That's how we are able to risk $200. And then lastly, 25 points would be a 4 contract trade, risking at most $200. So you guys see that? Now, what's really cool is, let's go ahead and place the same order we were doing. So we'll place this pending order, 5 lots. Now watch what happens as I change my planned stop loss. So 6 contracts, now we'll have 7. As the stop gets smaller, we can trade 8 lots. Again, this is all within the $200 risk. As I click, the quantity of the order changes. Check that out. So now we have an 8 contract trade planned. Okay, move it back down. 3 contract trade, because we're wanting to risk at most $200. So that's position sizing. And guys, I'm really, really happy with how far this has come, and I'm continuing to develop this even with more features, planning, planning your trade based on market orders, where as the market's moving up and down, you're going to change your position size because your target and your stop are fixed. So there's other things I'm doing in this based on what my customers need. And that's what I would say, excuse me, I've got some hiccups here. That's what I would say for you guys. If you become a customer, and a lot of you will, and a lot of my customers are even here, I love interacting with you guys and adding features based on what you guys need. A lot of you guys in this room have been trading 5, 8, 10, 15, 20 years. And so your experience, I love hearing from you guys with your experience and adding things to my software products. Cool with that? Just a little plug, all right? So I'm gonna skip, I'm not gonna show these for now. These are some other features. But again, if you want a complete overview of what I just showed you, my YouTube channel is great. And right now I'm putting effort to publish a video every week. So just go look at my YouTube channel and you're gonna see the latest videos with a more deep dive into these features. And maybe we'll come back to this at the end. But there's a lot of other features built into this chart trader platform that I think you guys could benefit from. Let's say you trade Renko bars, you trade range bars. There's stuff built specifically for that. What about close? If you want to enter when a bar closes, built for that. What about trailing stops? You want to set up a trailing stop at a parabolic SAR or a moving average, advanced exit orders, okay? Bracket orders for news. You want to place a buy and to sell bracket to enter a trade on a breakout. That's bracket entry orders. So maybe we'll come back at the end, just show it real quickly. But next, I promised you, yeah, so thank you, Angela, such a nice comment. And Mark, good question. I'll have to look up later what you have. I'd be happy to look up your account if you would reach out in the website chat, and I'll answer that. You may have to just go download the latest version, but thanks for being here, man, and for asking that question. So what I said today, guys, we're going to do 3 things. We're going to look at the chart execution features for all trading plans, and that's what I just showed you. Now I'm going to show you what I think is the best trade copier on the NinjaTrader platform and risk manager. I'm going to show you that, and then we'll wrap up with some more trade setups. So here's the trade copier. So just full disclosure, I've got 5 evaluation accounts on Trade-Evade right now. That's all I've got. But this here is my trade copier platform. This here is a 1 trade button. You guys know back in the day when you had to trade 7 days to get qualified, this button could, with 1 click, I'll just click it. It's going to get you in and out of a trade immediately to satisfy the requirement to have traded today. So literally with one click, I just traded all 5 accounts. This profit and loss, I guess, is something with Tradevate. I don't know why, because I haven't traded today, but it's in the NinjaTrader platform, out of my control, just showing a little bit of a realized loss already. But the total P&L is right here. Anyways, off on a tangent, but you can do so much with this window, you guys. You can set your daily goal and loss right here. And so what I wanted to talk about with that is how I'm going to trade, right? So I'm doing 20 accounts only. I'm not going to do less than 20 accounts. Why? Because I want to show my customers that I'm in this and I want to get that big payout, right? That's the only option for me. Also, if I'm trading 20 accounts, I'm going to be testing my software to the max, right? I'm going to be testing both Tradevate and Rhythmic side, 20 accounts each, okay? And what I'm going to do is set up an account in my business next, which will allow me to have 20 accounts both personally and in my business. Won't trade all 40 accounts at once, but yeah, this is super important to understand. All right, so copy and trades, you can change the size, you can change the type of contract. I mean, again, I would just direct you guys to YouTube. Looking at a video from a few weeks ago where I covered in March, I believe, late March, I published a video that's gotten almost 4,000, 5,000 views on this whole trade copier, taking a deep dive in. But if you guys have a trade copier, or if you don't, either way, I think this is going to have a ton of value for you looking at this. All right. So that's all I'll say about that. You know, you can also track your trailing threshold, so you guys know how important it is to know how far are you away from either blowing an account or funding an account. I've got these 2 columns here. How far you are from being funded or passing the evaluation or failing the account. Same thing when you have performance accounts. How far are you from, you can set the value of your goal for getting a payout, or how far are you from potentially blowing the account? Okay, so yeah, this has come a long way, and I'm continuing to develop features in here, but I'll just leave it at that for now. All right, but now I'm going to discuss, I think the most value I have here, or just adding more value for you guys, is discussing my trading plan. So this is going to be some pretty cool stuff I haven't talked about before on here, but how am I going to trade once I get these 20 accounts? That's why I got these numbers right, because I want you guys to see these numbers with a daily loss of 400 and a daily goal of 600. Now, I always say dollars don't mean anything. Okay, it matters how many points you're getting. I mean, if I'm making $600 and I'm trading 3 lots of the NASDAQ, that's luck, right? Okay, I can't even do the math, but you'd be up or down $600 fast on three contracts. Well, I guess I can do the math. That would be 10 points. 10 points of the NASDAQ, right? So what I'm going to do is trade 5 micros. So with micros, for every 10 points, so literally from right here, 50 to 60, or say up here, 90, 10 points, right? 10 points is $100. Every point is $10. So what this means is 60 NASDAQ points. Okay, I'm going to trade in the morning. My goal is to be up 60 points or down 40 points. And that's it. And then I stop for the day. Okay. And so I love this math, because the reason I love this math is I think about the course of 1 week. What if 3 days I can hit my goal? That's $1,800. What if 2 days I hit my loss? That's $800, for a total of $1,000 in the week. You guys follow me? So if I have 3 days where I hit my goal, $1,800, 2 days where I hit my loss, $800, the difference, $1,000. All right. So I believe this is the key, is having good risk management. All right. Obviously, you got to be able to see the market and know what it's going to do, and no one knows what the market's going to do. But so I just wanted to give you that risk management on a daily basis. Now I'm going to look on a trade by trade basis, and we'll talk about some trade setups and managing risk. You guys cool? Are you guys tracking with me on this? 10 minutes here. So let's look at some trade setups, and then I'll give you guys my coupon code and my offer. Thank you, Mark. Man, Angela said, you are smart. Man, you know, Angela, thank you so much for saying that. I'm just going to comment on that again because that is really kind of you. And maybe I'm too smart for my own good as I sit in front of these charts and overanalyze and overanalyze and overanalyze. But hey, I believe pretty soon I'm going to be publishing a YouTube video talking about this $40,000 payout. It's coming. It's coming. All right. So let's look at some trade setups. Back to this chart here, okay? So these are my favorite indicators, all right? This here is my key levels confluence indicator. It's gonna plot the most important levels. So like right here, we have yesterday's close, right? So I would love a pullback. In fact, this is a great trade, in my opinion, right here into this blue area. After we crossed over the 20 to 50, we're down into the blue area. We also have yesterday's close backing us up. When you look back, has yesterday's close mattered today? I think so. Right here, market stopped, it was shooting up, stopped at yesterday's close. That's interesting. Yeah, so then yesterday's low, we have the S1, S2, so it's plotting all the most important pivots and yesterday's high, low, open, and close, and even more in the same chart window. You can see levels are combined. So right here we have yesterday's close combined with the low from 2 days ago. All right. So that's the key levels. But when I talk about support and resistance trading, I also use moving averages as support and resistance, right? So I don't only use them as the trend. I believe they have value for support and resistance, especially on minute charts. And you could look at a 1 minute chart, 2 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, okay? But today I'm looking at the 1 minute, and this is like primary what I look at is 1 and 5 minute. So how would I manage my risk on a trade like this? Okay, so here we're starting to break above this high. Let's just take a look at this here. I'll just hop in this trade on Sim just as an example, you know. And guys, I'm not claiming that trading is easy. I'm the last guy that's trying to convince you I can teach you how to trade. Okay, I'm trying to show you some tools that I built: the chart trader, the trade copier, things that are going to minimize your stress involved in trading. So hear me out. I'm not here to teach you how to trade, but this is my take on it, right? So I think we can take a lower risk here, right? If this comes down below this low, we'll just hop out of this. But look at my reward. If it retests the high, I've made 20 points. Now I should have gotten in a 5-lot trade, because what that's going to do is it's going to be similar to how I would actually be trading, right? If I'm trading 5 lots, you know, but it all comes down to points, right? If I'm risking 10 points in this trade, doesn't work out, I still have 30 points left in the day before I would hit my daily loss, okay? So I think you have to manage your risk. And I mean, shoot, if I want to, I could risk 40 points on this, right? Because I haven't traded yet today, and that's my daily total loss. So if I really believe we're going to go up at the end of the day and I don't want to get wicked out of this thing, you know, it might come down to yesterday's close and then go up and retest the high. But I think it's likely it would retest the high, at least, okay? But no one knows what it's going to do. All right, so let's look back on today here. This indicator is available on my website. I'll show you guys at the very end of the presentation to automatically plot these moving averages and fill the area in between, make it look good and things like that. But we can see here, as we got a trend change, all right, very choppy this morning. It opened kind of short pre-market. News came out. Look at the 20 EMA this morning, okay? After the news came out, the pullback to the 20 worked beautifully, right? So that's why I say, you know, you guys are going to see, had we stopped here, it would be a loss. But you can still take really small stops using these moving averages, support and resistance, with really large targets, right? So after we crossed over, you know, you're moving up. Tough buy here, okay? Slam down. that the VWAP, I want you guys to see the VWAP as support and resistance too. This is a free indicator on the platform of NinjaTrader, right? Look right here, VWAP. Look right here, VWAP. Again here, VWAP resistance. Here, VWAP support. This is a beautiful trade, okay? Because you're pulling back into the 5-minute area, which is still crossed to the red. You're pulling back into the blue area of the 1 minute, and you've got this large 200 EMA and the VWAP backing you up, okay? That's why I say in my trading plan, 5 trades, that's it. And it's going to force me to wait for the good ones where I have a lot of things in my favor, all right? So obviously we trended up, you know, buy the 20, buy the 20. No one needs another guy calling out trades after the fact. That's not what I'm trying to do here, okay? I'm just trying to show you, I mean, I hope you guys can see I'm genuine here, just trying to show you how I plan to trade when I get these 20 accounts, all right? What you can do is also use the ATR to manage your risk. So let's check out this philosophy as I let this trade go straight against me. Isn't that great how that works? So what I would look at here for a stop is a maximum of 2 times the ATR, okay? So what do you have here? About 10 ATR. That means each bar size is about 10 points, right? You multiply that by 2 to get 20. So your maximum risk, the way I'm approaching this is my maximum risk in any trade is going to be 2 times this ATR or 1 times. So let's say right here, if I'm taking a trade right here, my ATR is about 12. So that means I would risk between 12 and 24 points on this trade. Those are my options, right? Not everything in trading is black and white. So I'm not going to risk the same every time. I'm going to try and use some of my, you know, I'm going to use my human brain to make decisions, okay? I don't believe in automated trading. I mean, anyone have an automated system that just like cranks out money? Didn't think so, neither do I. So we have to step in and make decisions about how we're going to trade, right? If I see this thing screaming down here, I'm like, man, like this thing's moving down. In the last 3 minutes, it's dropped 50 points. There could be an opportunity here. Sell the VWAP. Guess what? Sell the VWAP. Came down, okay? So, and then here, based on my ATR, what's our risk? Does someone know? ATR is showing 15. So our stop loss is going to be between 15 and 30. We're not going to risk more than that, okay? So anyways, just some thoughts on how you could vary your stop losses to based on the market volatility. I love the ATR. I believe in it, okay? So close this horrible trade that I got myself into, which should have just been a 10-point loss. All right, but it's just sim and just for demonstration here. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this out with my offer. This is awesome. Look at this thing drop, you guys. That's so cool when it picks up steam like that. And it's just hard to enter sometimes. You know, you're looking at, as it's dropping here, you're looking at the pullback. So here was a slight pullback, 84 to a 17-point pullback. Here was a 10-point pullback. You see this right here, this low, this high, only 10 points. I mean, this has dropped 60 points, and the largest pullback was 10 points. This one was a 17-point. But based on that, you could be looking to sell like a 17-point pullback and expect a retest, but we're not even getting a 10 or a 17-point pullback right now. So yeah, I like measuring pullbacks too. So I'm gonna wrap this up and show you guys my offer, okay? So we're gonna put this in the chat here to the entire audience, and you guys can, here's my website. Oops, All right. Okay, cool. So I just put the link in the chat. You can click on that and you're going to see a summary of my offer. I'm going to cover it right now in PowerPoints real quick. So today what I'm going to do is 40% off all of my software, okay? So the basic chart trader tools is going to be $115. That gets you started with my chart trader platform. Then we talked about the essential chart trader tools, which includes the ATM strategy planning features, the position sizing features, the quick select buttons, and more. Also 40% off at $595. All right. Oh yeah, here's the list of everything, 40% off. Okay. Next, this is important because I think everyone here could pick one of these, and this includes the basic chart trader tools. So for example, if you buy advanced exit orders management, you get the basic chart trader tools and the features. If you buy closed bar entry orders, you get the basic chart trader tools and those features that I showed you at the very beginning of the presentation. Another 40% off at $295. And I think there's going to be at least one person, one or two people today that are going to want the professional chart trader tools. And this is going to be, if you total it all up, you're getting 60% off. It's a big spend, but I think there's a ton of value in here, okay? So with this purchase, you're getting every single feature that I built into the chart trader platform in one purchase. And I'm throwing in the support and resistance suite. So you're getting with that my support and resistance indicators, the key levels, in which I didn't even show today, the price action confluence indicator. And then lastly, a couple more slides. Here's the support and resistance suite. I showed you guys the key levels here at the very top. And then also the account dashboard, which is the trade copier and the risk manager on sale. Again, everything's 40% off. So 175. I want you guys to do also, very top of my website, you're going to see customer reviews. And it's been so fun watching these reviews come in lately. So just go look at those. Because I know it's hard to know who you can trust. And so just go see what some of my customers have said. Here's the offer. There's the link. It's time for me to wrap up. In just a couple more minutes here. Everything's going to be good. Man, I didn't update that slide. I'm sorry, you guys. But 40% off everything. So let's look at the website real quick where I did update that. All right, so it's good through Saturday, April 27th. Here at the very top is the coupon code, which is going to be corner to save 40% off any purchase. And again, I've made this very simple for you guys. These links are even going to include videos now. So the basic tools is another video you can watch to see all the features. Same thing here. Okay, here's your professional tools link. Again, I said here, the first 3 people I will include the support and resistance suite. So if you buy the professional tools, I'm including the support and resistance suite. Here's a list of all the other enhanced chart trader features available. Again, if you pick one of these, you're getting the basic chart trader tools with it. All right, here's the trade copier and everything else, all the way down to the trend indicator, which plots those 2 moving averages with the fill in between. So that wraps it up. Again, click the link in the chat. And YouTube's been big lately. Yeah, my channel is right down here, way at the bottom. Here's where you can get my channel, right down here. Also, you can see the reviews right here, and at the very top, the green stars to read the reviews. That wraps it up. I'm seeing Larry Fox with some questions. Larry, just reach out in the website chat right now, and I'll work with you to get that order placed. Yeah, he's asking about basic tools and trade copier. 40% off is a great deal on that. But yeah, just reach out and we'll talk about it. And that wraps it up. So I want to thank Traders Corner again for having me, and I look forward to being back. And yeah, just thank you guys for being here, for your time and your attention. And I hope to hear from many of you. Thanks, guys.